Joining us right now is former House Majority Leader himself, former Virginia Congressman, now Vice Chairman of Moelis & Company, Eric Cantor. Congressman, it's good to see you.
It is great to be here, Maria.
Is this a little deja vu for you, hearing the left say Armageddon and the right say this is the way to go?
I mean, it's deja vu, but, like, you have to think about it. When is the last time that Nancy Pelosi did anything constructive for the taxpayers of this country? I mean, you know what? She's just really ineffective. Her time is gone, I mean, I think, and so she's not doing them any good service right now.
You know, what's the point of all of this? I mean, you're trying to move the country forward, and you've got these talking points, which we were expecting from the get-go. We knew that the left was going to come out and say this was a giveaway to the rich.
Yeah, well, I mean, absolutely. I mean, you know, we know where the Democrats are. They have no ability to stop what I think will be a tremendous shot in the arm to our economy in this tax bill. And they're just protesting. But again, Nancy Pelosi is proven once again she's ineffective. She's unable to produce for her caucus there, and she's just playing to the bleachers now. And I think very, very unproductive for the country.
Well, the underlying story is this was a political maneuver, particularly in the Senate. This isn't a shot in the arm to blue state economies and economies like New York City. That it's a shot to the gut and to the face. That these Democratic lawmakers know that this is going to put a hurting on their very donors. It is going to raise taxes on many high earners in states like New York and California. That's the untold story, and that's why they're angry.
Yeah, no question, because when Republicans produce a measure that actually is disproportionately weighed toward the middle class, which is what this is. It is not for the upper middle and the middle, upper middle and the upper earners at all. It's really not. This is for small business people, this is for job creation, and this is for the middle class.
So will that be enough, do you think? Is it okay? Will that move the needle on economic growth, since you're not seeing the upper earners really benefit the way the middle income will benefit?
But where the primary emphasis of this measure is really about job creators. You know, it is about putting people back to work, and there is going to be a tremendous pool of capital now that's going to be brought in from overseas because of the international provisions. There is now lowered rates for these so-called pass-through small businesses to go and reinvest in communities across the country.
Well, I'll scold the Republican lawmakers on this note. Why not cut taxes for the people who paid the most in taxes? We've said that this is, in some ways, the right has given in to the language of class warfare that has been constructed by the left over the last 30-some-odd years. The Wall Street Journal, in its editorial page yesterday, said this means many productive people will soon face marginal tax rates well above 50% in New York and California. That these are the very people that making a bill as pro-growth as possible is worth the extra political lift.
So they got bullied again.
They got bullied.
Let me just tell you, listen, I agree. Broaden the base is what we should be doing. I heard the discussion earlier about let's have every American in there paying something, skin in the game, General, to make sure that they're helping fund our troops in defense of our country, for sure. So, again, it's not a perfect bill, I can tell you that, but they've got to go and deal with the restrictions in the Senate and the rules in order to get this thing done. And that's where, you know, listen, this is what's been sacrificed is now the...
You know, if the Republicans are able to pull this off, do you think it'll give them the confidence to go back and deal with Obamacare late in 2018, or is that just dead?
I'm not sure that they go back and do that, but I think, General, that's a good point. Is what do they do with the momentum that they have now been able to garner? Do they go about having a shutdown? We certainly hope not. Do they go about trying to tie things up at the end of the year and maybe bring about this talk of default on the debt? Or do they go and use this momentum to do something like infrastructure? You know, that's what ought to be done.
They say that's their next priority in January.
Right. To me, that's what ought to be done. And this is the asset they've got now in terms of the legislative process. Use it.
But they should be able to pull Democrats in if they're going for infrastructure.
Absolutely.
They have a big concern.
Will they, though? I mean,